Mr. Gant and Leonard will now replace the jacket rank. And now we will have Senator Butler and Dr. Butler to replace the shirt rank. All right. Right. At this time, Lieutenant General Davis will now administer the oath of commissioned officers to Major General Gant. After we take a photo.
State your name.
I, Antoinette Gant,
Do solemnly swear
that
I will support and defend
I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic.
foreign and domestic,
That I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same.
and allegiance to the same,
That I take this obligation
that I take this obligation
freely
freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion.
or purpose of evasion,
And that I will well and faithfully
and that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of the office
of the office
of which I'm about to enter.
of which I'm about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you, General Davis. At this time, Command Sergeant Major Vern Daly, Joint Task Force National Capital Region and Military District of Washington Command Sergeant Major, will assist in the uncasing and unfurling of the two-star general officer flag, after which the flag will be posted. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to introduce to you Major General Gant.
See, Mom, I do have friends. Well, good afternoon, everybody. And again, thank you, as General Davis said, especially on a Friday, 3 o'clock. Ooh, that's being in D.C., that traffic is no joke. But I want to say thank you all for gracing me with your presence today. To our fellow general officers, I know I've missed a few because as seen Chaplain, we just talked, Mike DeVoe. I mean, thank you all so much for actually being here. General Wallace, thank you, my battle buddy. I just want to say thank you to other distinguished guests. I know we have some senior executives here as well. Leslie, who's also my college classmate, friends and family, and those that are, I talk about those that are present in the room, but also those that are online. We're a lot of folks that wanted to be here that could not. General Davis mentioned a few. And so it was important for me to make sure that we could capture the day and allow them to be able to witness. Welcome to the promotion ceremony that almost didn't happen. But as many of you know, there are certain people that you just don't say no to. And they get a vote. And two of those people are your mom and dad. While the others were my colleagues at the Military District of Washington. And to my MDW colleagues, I just want to say, in the many hands that have been or paid a part in putting this together, I just really want to say thank you. Thank you for pushing, thank you for insisting, thank you for carrying the load, and for being right that this needed to happen. Now, you reminded me that sometimes the very thing we think we need to postpone or not even do is the very thing God is using to mark a moment. And so I can't thank you enough for making me do this. To Lieutenant General Davis, there's no act that can ever follow him. Sir, thank you for hosting the ceremony and your thoughtful words. Having spent 2 years side by side with you in the moments, it's been always amazing. But when I asked him if he would come and host this ceremony, he did not blink an eye. He was like, as a matter of fact, he was in a class. He was like, well, let me look at my calendar. You know, usually most people, especially with general officers, say, well, I'll get back with you. Let me, you know, have my aide or my XO to find out. But he said, yeah. And I said, well, sir, you know, outside of the chief and a few other people, you're probably one of the most people that can actually talk about me. He was like, yeah, you're right. So, but not just having him as my previous boss, but another reason why this makes this so special is because he mentioned he served in the old guard. And for him to serve as a commander in the Old Guard during a 9/11, he was one of the individuals who actually came from Fort Myer and came down to the Pentagon when the 9/11 attack happened. That just says a lot in the connective tissues of Military District of Washington Joint Task Force. Also, the rank that I'm wearing right now, this is his rank. So the fact that he thought enough of me to give me his rank for, the promotion of Major General, and to have him to be here, I thought no other fitting way to be able to honor him. So, sir, thank you so much. There's a song that says, "You can't beat God's given, no matter how you try." And so today I stand here believing that with all of my heart. This promotion is not something I've earned alone. It's not something I willed into existence, and not something I can take credit for by myself. This was truly a gift from my Heavenly Father, and I receive it with humility, with gratitude, and truly with a sense of responsibility. And let it be very clear that I stand here, center stage. This ceremony is not for me. This is an opportunity for me to say thank you. Thank you, and to truly celebrate with all of you. I'm looking at it, and I saw General Colleton. She's like hiding in the background somewhere. Who's been one of my battle buddies and the engineers. Thank you, my friends, my family, my mentors, and colleagues who have definitely been a key part of this journey with Team Gant. And that's why when many of you walked in today, you received with your program or on your seat a key. And it wasn't just so you could open a bottle of beer. It was because each of you hold a key part of a door that was open for me, a key part of a lesson learned, and a key part of the strength that it takes to keep going. When I look around this room and I think about those individuals that are online, I see the seasons of my life gathered all together at one time. Different chapters, different assignments, different places and roles, different challenges, different victories. But the same holds truth across every one of those seasons. No one at any level of success obtains that success by themselves. This is truly a team sport. And I am fortunate to have each and one of you as a part of my team. So to my colleagues, and this is my service members, enlisted and officers from all branches of service as well as countries, to our Department of War civilian cohorts and our interagency partners, because I get to work with a lot of interagency colleagues these days. Thank you for trusting me, for challenging me, and for serving beside me. Every mission, every long day, every hard conversation, every late night decision, none of this is done alone. And this promotion reflects the work that we have truly done together. So I say thank you. To my friends, especially, I have folks in here that I actually started in elementary school with, as well as college, and many that I have obtained along the way. I just want to say thank you for being the people who knew me before the titles, and who stayed when the responsibilities multiplied. You kept me grounded, you kept me laughing, and you kept me honest. So thank you so much. And to my mentors and leaders, senior executives, I'm looking over this way because most of them are sitting here. You heard the stories in regards to Master Sergeant James Jackson, who introduced me to our junior ROTC only because I needed an elective, because Christine, they would not let us play basketball at the last period of the day. Major Graham, we called him the Bear, and I think James Porter is in here, Walter Smiley is in here, Sean Collins is online, and these are people like he was really the Bear. And but he knew and found something in us and knew that there was more to just being a part of ROTC. And Lieutenant Colonel Jimmy Garrett, as mentioned before, he too was one of those individuals that said, just try active duty. Because I was like, sir, I'm an engineer. I'm about to go make some money. He was like, you just try it. Him and Tim Woods, and here we are today. And those that's the beginning of what this Army journey was about. But then I think about, many that are sitting here, like General Semonite, General Smith, General Brito. These are individuals who open doors. Not only did they open doors, but they corrected me when I needed it. They advocated me when I wasn't in the room, and they all served as models for what right really looks like, and especially when it wasn't easy. And so you all shaped my career, but not only did you do that, but you shaped my character. And I truly want to say thank you for that. So to my family, the ones that are here and those online, thank you for your patience, your prayers, your sacrifice, and your steady love. Thank you for being the foundation when the uniform demanded more than the clock could hold. And I thank you for believing in me on the days that I was running only on duty and faith alone. He mentioned my Uncle Clarence here, who's a Vietnam vet. And so, he doesn't talk very much about what happened over there, but to know that he could be here today to see his niece become a major general, it's pretty special. Okay, I gotta hold it together. I'm almost done. My parents, we talk about titles, and people call them the senator and the doctor, but I just call them mom and dad. And they are people who have never served in the military, although I have had other uncles who have done so. But one thing that they have done all the time, and that's been a people of service. My father right now, serves in a political position, but it's never about the position itself. It's about ensuring that people are being served in the matter of which they need. My mother retired from teaching and went back to teaching at the college level after being asked, and it was, again, all about service. Today in this audience, she has students, both of them have students, that they actually taught when they were in junior high and high school. How crazy is that? And she said she thought she was young then. Yeah. But to mom and dad, I have small tokens of appreciation for you. I just want to say thank you for always giving back, for leaving things better than what you actually found them. And thank you for continuing to be that example, not just for me, but for our community. So I thank you and I love you. So I have siblings. I have 4 siblings, and one of my youngest brother is here, and he probably is the one that says, when Tony just says, she needs me to be there, I'm going to be there. He's always been there to support him. My other siblings are we're not able to be here, but they're online, to include my sisters in love. And so thank you for watching. And then my brother would always say, before he got married, he told his now wife, it's okay that mom and dad likes you, but we got to wait for my sister to get back from Afghanistan. And if, I don't know. But so I appreciate you. I love you. And thank you for staying in the family business of being with the Army Corps of Engineers. So it's been tough, they tell me, of following behind me, but I always say that I'm always as proud of them as they are of me. So thank you for always being there and finding a way. Really, really do appreciate that. My daughter, Lauren, only 2 vets were on call this week, and so she had to stay and do that job, but she's watching online. And my son, Leonard, you two are my greatest joy, and I hope you realize how proud I am of you all as much as you talk about you being proud of me, the young adults that you're becoming. And there's never a day that I don't thank God that He allows me to be your mom. So thank you, and I have a small token of appreciation for you too. Okay, to my husband, my Mr. Gant. When people ask you how you landed this girl who swore she was not interested in having a boyfriend, you always answer with the same answer: persistence. And after all these years, you are still living that out, whether I like it or not. But the truth be told, this journey would not have been what it is if it was not because of you. You've held it down. And I want to thank you for believing in me, even when I was tired, uncertain, and felt I was stretched way too thin. Thank you for loving me with patience and purpose, and thank you for being the partner in every sense of the word. I have a small token for you, and well, this is bigger than everybody else's gift, okay? And so, Mr. Gant, just a few things. First of all, I have to thank you for not spilling the tea, for continuing to drink the Kool-Aid. Know that you are always a bag of chips and more, and you will never stop being the apple of my eye. More to come. And Michelle, he got a new car in December before I even got this check, okay? So that's his big gift. So to each of you, who have walked with me through the various seasons that I mentioned, I want to say that this day reflects what God can do through a life of commitment, of service, and surrounded by people who refuse to allow you to quit. I believe our lives have a purpose, and I believe my purpose has always been woven with that of service. And as I continue to wear this uniform, I'm reminded that promotion is not simply about recognition, it's about responsibility. And it's a renewed commitment to lead with integrity, to care for soldiers and their families, to fight for readiness, and to honor the trust of the nation that the nation places in us. And I do not take this moment or these responsibilities lightly. And I want to thank you again for being here, especially those that are online as well. And thank you for celebrating with us, Team Gant. And thank you for truly, especially the Military District of Washington team, for making this day possible. God bless you. God bless our soldiers, our families, the United States Army, and as we say in MDW Joint Task Force, heed the guardian, but let's continue to be all that we can be. Thank you.
Thank you, Major General Gant. Now, ladies and gentlemen, especially all of the engineers in the room, we ask that you please join us in singing the engineering song, followed by the Army song, which will be led by Staff Sergeant Pride. Now, you can find the words to both songs in the back of the program. Engineers.
In the castle of my collar, I've done my training for the team. You can call me Lieutenant Soldier, warrior spirit has been my dream. SAO, whether in war or peace, we will bear red and our white. SAO is America and the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. SAO, SAO. March along, sing a song with the army of the free. Count the brave, count the true, who have fought to victory. We're the army and proud of our name. We're the army and proudly proclaim. First to fight for the right and to build the nation's might. And the army goes rolling sway. Count off the cadence loud and strong. For where you go, you will always know that the army goes rolling along.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's ceremony. However, I have a couple of quick announcements. Major General Gant would like the following groups to stand by to take group pictures with her on stage. Have a couple of groups, so be patient with us. First group, all general officers. Second group, all engineers in the room. Third group, Major General Grant's Prairie View and MS crew classmates. Fourth group, all members of the Divine Nine and the AKAs. Got to put them together and then separate them. Fifth group, all of her family members. Sixth group and final group, all MDW and Joint Task Force National Capital Region leaders who participated in the coordination of the ceremony, which includes the Planning Committee, front office, and all of the participants that played a part today. All other guests, we ask that you make your way down the main hall to join us for refreshments in the cafeteria of NDU. Please exit using your right door. Give you some directions. Now, I have one additional announcement. Mr. Gant and Major General Gant will join you at the reception immediately following the pictures. So we ask for your patience as they take the pictures on stage. Really quick, there you go. Finally, have an amazing day and have a blessed weekend. Take care.